Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. This is a 16 by 20 inch canvas. I am actually more prepared than usual. My glasses are actually on my face, although they're a little paintier than I was expecting them to be. So I'm thinking they're my backup here. This is an OXO omelet turning spatula, and I think I could use a cleaner one than this one because it looks like I left some stuff on the edge. So I'm just going to grab a different one with less stuff on the edge. You can peel that stuff off the edge with your fingernail if you aren't as careful as, well, if you're more careful than I am, you won't have that problem. So usually I clean them up, but sometimes at the end of the day. In any case, all we're going to do right now is spread some paint. You know what? I'm going to make up a pan of colors to use with this shovel before I ever do that. And I'm going to use some black as a base, and I'm contemplating some white also as a base, just to break things up a little. I don't want them that close to each other because they will make gray. And then I'm going to use all the beautiful colors I can think of right in there, because I'm going to shovel and scoop them up. They don't have to look good right now. It doesn't matter because I'm going to be shoveling them up. I want to kind of keep that yellow away from the black. It doesn't matter if that's the 24 karat Deco-Art Americana Gold. And that has a little bit of orange in it. This I just mixed recently, which is why it looks like it looks. And I'm just going to keep putting colors down. You know what I'm missing? I'm missing my magenta. There it is. I got it. And as I go along, if I want more colors, I can add more colors. But right now, I'm just starting by getting the feel of what I'm going to do by adding colors I love in places they look good so that I can imagine what I might be shoveling up. I didn't put any of this green gold color shifting folk art in anything recently. I think I'm going to want a little more blue. I haven't used much of this Prussian blue, which could be any brand. That looks really heavy. Looks like I definitely need to take some out of there and put some more pouring medium. My pouring medium recipe is below the video, in case you should want that. This is another folk art color shifting turquoise. It's similar but not the same. The other one is just a metallic craft paint. And what about? I've got some more orange here. That is an Arteza orange. I get a little nervous about putting orange and blue and green together sometimes. I'm going to move those back, move this out of the way. It'd be nice to have something already prepared that would be the right size for that. You know what? I've got some enamel is what I've got. Let me find that. I've got some blue enamel and some pink enamel, and if I put enamel in there, no matter what else I do, here, let's bring that right back again. Find out what that thing was I just saw in there, which was a leaf. So anytime you put enamel acrylic in with other paint, even if it's just a little bit, you up your chances of getting cells. Now this isn't particularly a painting that's necessarily going to be necessary to have, yeah, redundant. I don't really need cells. I do want some more of this orange though, I've decided. Maybe everywhere, just because I can. And I didn't put any gold in there, and I want some. And I'll probably put more in as I go along, but right now, I think I'll take everything I can get. And then I'll go back to my plan at large, which includes blowing off the local schmutz from the lawn mowing. The dust and the grass get on the breeze. So I want a weird background, which means I'm just going to start by spreading whatever I've got. I'm trying to hold up my strange camera apparatus today, and something's going to keep hitting. That's really bugging me. That's got to go. Go away. There we go. Now at least I can spin my turntable. Turntables are also available on the Amazon link where you can find the OXO omelet turning spatula. Yes, I see that thing. And that's one of the nice things about the spatula. There seems to be an inordinate amount of stuff in there today. Extra lumpy or extra crunchy. So I'm going to make a really random, really abstract pattern that makes no sense at all to begin with by spreading my paint wherever it wants to go. And then I'm going to put the Anita's, yes, there it is, the Anita's metallic white everywhere where I see a spot. And I'm going to start, I think I'm going to use the clean side of that spatula. And I'm going to give myself some cells because that's what happens. Usually, anyway. Oh, this corner is really nice. Not as many as I'm used to. I don't think it has anything to do with the temperature of the day. It's pretty warm, but it's not extremely warm. So maybe I should look at this for a second and make sure I'm happy with that. Maybe a little more potential cell making action. And knock all the paint off on the edge of my spatula. Now, if it turns out that I want to tip this, I'm going to grab an edge catcher. But in the meantime, what I really want to do is just make marks. So I'm going to scoop up a little paint, and I'm going to start. And yesterday, I ran a basting brush through these, and they were really cool. Usually, I make shapes, or try and make. Yesterday was I attempted to start by making flowers, but I noticed that I really love the negative space in between, and I really like the colors, and I can stop and start a new line anytime I want. I could even bring that paint over to the other end. I can make them thicker or thinner. I could even grab different tools, like in, where's a scoop? Like in a less wide scoop. Not much less wide. I've got lots of little scoops around here somewhere. There's one, made out of a piece of packaging. So I don't know if I'll wind up tipping this. I'm going to scrape the bottom of my shovel off though. I try and get the paint to all come forward to the front of the shovel's flat edge all at once. I am not sure, this has got to be totally a spontaneous piece of art. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but so far I'm enjoying the colors and the patterns. I'm just going to keep scooping up what I see that I like. I can make them wider or less wide. I can start an actual wide ribbon. The cells I'm getting are amazing, and the stripes are pretty cool too. I want that to go back there. There's no perfection in this. Although you never know that until the end. Something could happen that makes it look perfect. I have to remember to try harder to make sure my paint has come to the front edge of the shovel. And as you can see, I'm moving from space to space, changing the colors up quite well. I'm going to rotate my pan around. And as soon as I see that I don't have all the colors I want, I'll just add something. Alright, so now, if I want to get to the edge of the canvas, probably it's a good idea to not have as much paint flowing out of the shovel. Now you could probably formulate some kind of pattern. I want to try my little, you know what I'm going to try? I'm going to try a spatula. Just because I can. That's the name of my first book on the Amazon link under Show More. So I got a little starburst there, and that's cool. Try and scrape off the bottom of your shovel. can definitely do half circles. You can link them up. Nothing has to be a repetition, although that's a good way to make a pattern. If you tip your shovel forward, any paint that's residual in there will probably begin to relax onto your canvas. I'm like making a selection of marks so I can see what I might prefer in the future. Whoops, that was like way too much paint. Okay. And I can make my shovel marks fill in just by swiveling them. Grab a little more paint as I go along. Got to be a lot more careful about that flat front edge, because that's where your first mark comes from. This is fun. This is just about colors right now. So you could do all kinds of stuff with this. You could put chain in here. You could put a basting brush in. We already talked about that. You could use a different tool to make smaller marks. You could probably overlap things, although I haven't done very much of that yet. And I use GAC 800 in all of my paint, so I don't really need to worry about paint that's heavy drying and cracking. So that's my first half circle, and that's okay. I like it. So I want to do it again. Yeah. See if I can do what I said I was going to do and get all that paint to come to the front. I want to do a whole circle now. I wonder if I can do that. Probably not perfectly, but it's still something interesting to try. Now I've got a big lot of paint there. If I had a little, yes, I see you, lizard. I heard you land. If I had a little pipette, I would probably do my best and let that go all the way to the front to pull that paint out of there. But we'll see what happens. I'm just going to put some dots and dabs in here and there to fill in my spaces. Because the paint will just relax right off the shovel. I can even just barely touch into my puddle of paint in my container and then bring it back over and use it as a stamp mark. And I think because I'm doing that, I can just move right over the top of anything else that's in my way. So it adds some dimension, and that's kind of a cool thought. We'll see how that works, or if it fades away. Turntable's coming in really handy today. It's a sunburst porcupine. I still want some of that paint out of there, and I'm not sure how to do it, but I usually have a plan. And I have a Lolafy silicone mat next to me. So I think what I'm going to do is grab a skewer. Yes, I have a clean one. And start by sort of attempting to meld that a little bit, camouflage it some, make it less prominent. How about that? It's not the prettiest circle ever, but a lot of times when you blow into things and you have lots of paint, you can get really interesting patterns emerging. I'm really tempted to do really weird things, like take some of this paint, especially on these rounded shapes here that are different than everything else, and just dot and dab a few things. I'm going to grab some red or magenta or pink from in here, I think. Let some of that go down right over the edge. See where else I might want to overlap. Wow, that went by quick. So I do sell my artwork, and when the pandemic is over, I'll go back to giving houses away. Yeah, I'll go back to giving classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. I love you guys. There's 86,000 of you. I am currently trying to be in contact with people who might explain to someone as the powers that be that because I have 86,000 subscribers does not mean I paid for any of them, because I didn't. So y'all who are still here, I really appreciate you guys and your loyalty. Thank you so much. I'm going to put that right in the corner. I kind of want some of this. Split the difference. And this is just really neat. I mean, this was an experiment. It was for fun. I knew there was a good chance it might turn out well. It's really good to experiment with what you can do. And I love you guys. There's Facebook groups for anybody who's interested in being a student. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group, where I often post what tomorrow's video will be the night before. You're welcome to join us. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. I have an Amazon link below Show More underneath the video, and you can find all kinds of cool stuff there. It's the first blue link. You can find my paint pouring recipe there too. I'm going to add a few dots, I think, if I can be careful. That's kind of heavy, but I like the dots. I don't mind the background, how that turned out either. Kind of glad I caught that. Not that it really made that much difference. In any case, I got 1 minute left to tell you guys there's a drawing on the end screens, and if you're a contributor of $10 or more to the studio, you'll be included automatically in this month's drawing. And next month could be anything different. Look on the end screens of the video for whatever the prizes are. I want to tell you Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter links are underneath the video. My email address is there if you're interested in purchasing a painting. Teespring clothing, all over print t-shirts and leggings are right there also. And there are other Facebook groups, Expressionist Art Studio, Totes and More for shoppers, and Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, fans and collectors for anybody interested in seeing the wet and dry artworks that I've edited from YouTube. I love you guys. Check out my 1,300 videos and created playlists on my channel along with the community board, and you might find what tomorrow's video is there. This was fun. I'm going to do it again. And very abstract expressionist, very funky, very colorful, and I love you guys. I'll see you anon. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard saying, take care of each other, take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.